Hey guys, Cara from APEC here, and welcome to this module. Today, we're going to explore the role of the personal trainer and hopefully answer any questions you have regarding this. So in general, we all know a personal trainer is a qualified individual who creates personalized programs for their clients in order to help them reach their goals. But let's now take some time to go through what really to expect when you become a personal trainer. Your clients will have their own goals, and they will all be slightly different. Some clients may want to focus on losing weight, or building muscle, or getting fitter, while others may want to work with you purely because they want to improve their general health and lifestyle. To deliver the best possible service as a personal trainer, you need to make sure that you create programs that are specific to your clients so that they can achieve their goals. There are a number of steps that you can take to give you some basic information and background about your client, which we will talk about later on in this module. More often than not, personal trainers develop relationships with clients that go beyond the scope of just a trainer. You'll be required to instruct and lead your clients through activities that will help them reach their goals. When things get tough, or your clients get a bit fed up with training, you need to be able to motivate them to stay on track and remind them what they're aiming for and why they're doing what they're doing. You might find yourself in a counsellor type of role when your clients' lives get a bit stressful, and they could turn to you for advice. Over time, you can develop friendships with your long-term clients. To develop these long-lasting relationships with your clients, you need to have good communication, be approachable, and know your audience. Although you'll have a lot of technical knowledge relating to training and anatomy, you need to be able to apply that in a way that your clients will understand. For example, if you need your client to engage their lats more on an exercise, you are better off using cues like pull your shoulder blades down into your back pockets, rather than telling them to engage the latissimus dorsi. As well as this, it's so important to be honest with your clients. If your client has a goal of doing 5 chin-ups in 2 weeks' time, but you know that they won't be able to achieve this in that time frame, you should tell them. Make sure to explain to them why and what you can do to get them to reach their goal. Being honest with your clients will prevent disappointment if or when an unrealistic goal they had is not met, and will help to solidify your relationship with your clients. In general, as a personal trainer, it is important to be organised. Know who you are training, when they are training, and what they are training. Have all the data and information you have gathered from previous questionnaires and testing that you've carried out with your clients stored and easily accessible in case it needs to be looked at. You also need to be patient with both yourself and your clients. Sometimes your clients might be having a bad day and not performing the best, or they may be distracted. But you need to remember that it's human nature to have off days and just guide them through these sessions or even change it up if you feel it's needed. At all times, especially in tough times, you need to be motivational. Avoid complaining, even if you're having a bad day, and lead your life by example. It's much easier for your clients to improve their lifestyle when they have someone who lives a healthy lifestyle guiding them along the way. All in all, good personal trainers are focused and relatable. They practice what they preach and ask their clients questions. They educate their clients on different aspects of training through easy to understand methods, and sometimes even give their clients homework to do outside of the time spent training, like accountability sheets. When you complete this course, you probably want to get into the workforce as soon as possible. The 2 most common places for newly qualified personal trainers to work are in gyms and health clubs. These are really good places to gain a bit of on-the-job experience, network, and meet potential clients. With corporations putting more emphasis on health and well-being, personal trainers are also often brought into offices to lead classes and training sessions before the workday or during the lunch break in some group-based sessions. As well as this, a lot of personal trainers are self-employed, either renting space in gyms or even owning their own training studio. Self-employed personal trainers can even offer online remote programming where you can provide clients with specific programs that they complete on their own, and you just check in remotely with them to see how they're getting on. As a personal trainer, you have a lot of responsibilities to uphold in order to protect yourself and your clients while working. You must maintain professional standards by completing continuous professional development throughout your career, and have the ability to acknowledge the boundaries of your practice and refer your clients to other specialists when needed. You need to make sure that you develop appropriate relationships with your clients and avoid anything that could potentially damage the reputation of yourself or your employer. Prioritize the health and safety of your clients at all times through various different measures, such as giving appropriate advice, holding the correct accreditations, carrying out appropriate screening tests, and prescribing appropriate exercises and training methods. You should make sure that you have appropriate and adequate insurance for the activities and services that you carry out. Finally then, you must protect the privacy of your clients and only disclose information to other professionals and organisations when necessary with the permission of your client. We'll now take a few moments to go through different things you should expect to be doing as a personal trainer when you complete our course. So initially, you will go through a consultation with new clients and have them fill out a questionnaire. Your questionnaire should include questions that will give you some background information to your client while also telling you a bit about their current lifestyle habits. You should include questions about their previous and current training, any goals they have, activities they enjoy, activities they don't enjoy, anything that limits their current activity levels, and how frequently they want to train. These are just a few examples, so feel free to add in any other questions that you feel are appropriate. On the first day your new client comes to you, they should complete a PAR-Q. It's also common to take body measurements such as weight, height, and waist measurements, to name a few. As well as this, you should carry out movement and physical screening. Common commercial movement screening is the FMS testing procedures, but you can also carry out less formal tests that allow you to see how well your client moves and any issues that they may have. When testing, you should cover the squat and hinge pattern, how well an athlete can perform push and pull movements in the upper body, and finally unilateral lower limb movements. From here, you can go into looking at the movement patterns when loaded or carry out performance testing. This will depend on your client's goals and how much training experience they have. For inexperienced clients, it might be worthwhile to take time to look at how they perform when movement patterns are loaded. An example of a loaded pattern is a goblet squat. For more experienced clients, you can carry out some performance testing. You could test max strength, strength endurance, aerobic fitness, and anaerobic fitness. At the end of your first session with the new client, it's good to discuss how things went. Ask them what they thought, and also give them some feedback. After this first session, you should create a plan using what they've told you in the questionnaire and what you've seen that will help them work towards achieving their goals. During the PT sessions with your clients, you will need to demonstrate exercises with good form. A lot of people learn visually, so it's extremely important to be able to explain exercises verbally while also demonstrating. When your client then performs the exercise, make any adjustments to their form that is needed through the use of cues and repositioning if you have their permission. As well as this, you'll most likely at some point have to either adjust a program or an exercise, and this often happens on the spot during a training session, which is why it's important to be extremely prepared and keep your knowledge up to date and fresh. Changing their lifestyle can be quite daunting for some clients, but you can help them by educating them on good choices and guiding them through the whole process of improving their lifestyle. Hopefully this has given you some insight into the role of the personal trainer and answered any questions you may have had. If you do have any questions at all, please contact us on any of our platforms. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good one and chat soon.